No, this is Ericka Jones, the famous author. You just wrote a book, right?
Yeah.
What do you tell our viewers what your book is about? Just in a two-sentence
In two sentences.
way.
It's an alternate timeline where humans have had to abandon Earth and they've built habitats in outer space spread throughout our solar system where they are thriving. But not everything is as it seems.
Not everything is as it seems.
Yes. The book establishes the Habitat series, which is a trilogy. This is the first of 3, and the story revolves around the main character, Eli Stone. He's a 16-year-old on the Habitats, and he is a celebrity because his dad left on a mission through a wormhole to go find another planet for humans to establish themselves on. And he is suffering that and all the other things that go along with being 16, plus the dynamics he has with his mother. The relationship is strained. He has a best friend that's pushing him to get out of his little sheltered box. His brother, he has a difficult time with because his brother is so much younger than him, and then he feels fatherly toward his brother, and then he sort of resents that because he's not his brother's father, he's his brother's brother. And then he meets a girl named Nova, and she challenges him more than anyone else because she sees straight through it, and they have to work together on a school project, and that's when everything in his reality explodes and everything accelerates and changes, and it's like all of a sudden he has to, no matter what, face being an adult.
How much of you is inside of this book?
None at all. Yes, everything. Of course, it's me and it's not me. These characters are not me, but of course I pour myself into it. I haven't lived in outer space, but I have been a human. And I empathize very well, and the book incorporates some of my own personal explorations inward into humanity and the environment and how to coexist peacefully.
Your explorations inward, what do you mean by that?
Human consciousness.
Could you explain that a little bit more?
I have tried. Everybody's trying. What is it to be alive? What is it to exist? What is it to know I am? And what does that mean? What is the entire purpose? I've done several things to go inside that and to understand. Many people now are doing it. When I first began my own explorations, I thought as if it was something weird and I had to be quiet about it, but everybody's doing things like hypnotism and meditation and crystals and shamans and numerology and astrology, aliens, anything really.
Are there shamans in the Habitat?
Not in the first story.
So we can expect some shamans maybe in the future books.
Do you want a shaman in there?
So is this an emotional book you wrote there?
Of course.
Will people cry?
Yes. People will cry. I'm hoping most of all that people also laugh, because I tried to write in quite a bit of humor. They'll cry, they will feel fear and anxiety because things get quite intense. There is pain in Eli Stone's past, there's pain in his present, and there's also courage and bravery that he has to draw into himself to face his future.
How much did writing help you improving yourself?
That's good. I found it to be very therapeutic to create a world. I purposefully don't say world because they're not living on a planet. To create an entire story from these things that I find important and enlightening and challenging. It was very therapeutic for my own personal growth to have this story always there with me that I can work on and pour these things into.
Do you think it can help people on their way, on the self-improvement way?
I think
Reading
all
your book.
stories, yes, I think all stories help people.
In what way?
Identifying with it, becoming lost in it, and then finding something. We're drawn to the things that we're ready for, the things that could be our teacher in that moment of our lives. And I believe that I have written something that a great, massive amount of people will be able to have that experience with. I believe that many people will be drawn to these characters in this story and will find some form of insight about themselves and about their lives and about what's occurring now in the world that they can take from it and use it and grow.
So this book, is it playing in the future?
No, not necessarily. It's an alternate timeline, so it could be the future. Time is an illusion anyway. But for this alternate timeline, humans had to evacuate Earth for many of the reasons that we can imagine or that we are already doing right now. Like the destruction of the environment, a volcanic eruption so large, the ash cloud, things such as that, or like collapse of global financial systems, nuclear war. It's pretty much I allowed any of those things to have happened with Earth and then some. It's just read the book, you'll see.
It took you 7 years to write that book.
Yes.
Why is that so? You're slow on the keyboard, or?
Because it's that good. Because I was also putting a lot of effort into planning the whole trilogy, and then also I built an entire universe, and I have histories of entire characters, family trees, timelines, future projections, and every human I had to create a web around. Every single event, a web of like what happened before, what's happening at the same time, what's happening in the future. So then it's this massive web to create inside my head of an entire different life for way more than just me. It was a lot to absorb and take in while I was living my own life.
And do we have to wait again 7 years for the second book then?
No, because I put that effort in before I put the first one out. I've begun writing the second book, and it should be out within the next year.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.